Hi everyone, welcome to Getting Fit, Staying Fit. This is week 5 of looking at Richard Foster's book, Celebration of Discipline. And we have been, or we are on the outward disciplines. And these disciplines, these spiritual exercises are the door to our liberation. So this week we are looking at what Foster calls submission, and what I will call obedience, and what I will call surrender to the will of God. We live under this very uncomfortable, chaotic illusion that somehow we are in control, that somehow we are in charge of our world and our universe, and that we are so powerful that we can cause all kinds of things to happen. We take responsibility for things that are not ours to be responsible for. We take credit for things for which we are due no credit. And we live under this illusion that somehow we're in control. And submission, surrender, obedience is the spiritual discipline of recognizing that God is God and I am not. It really boils down to that God is God and I am not in charge. And I only have control over one person, and that's me. And the things that I have control over is the access I give people to me, and the ways that I choose to respond to whatever's going on in my life. I do have control over those things. And so that's where submission, surrender, obedience fall in, is that if I want to do that with a sense of peace and serenity, where I'm not fighting everyone and everything, I do that seeking the knowledge of the will of God's will for my life and how God would have me do that, so that I can be in that place of peace, that place of serenity, that place of clarity where I understand what it is will be helpful in any given situation. But until I surrender to God and ask God for help with that, or ask God really, not so much for help, but to direct my actions, chances are I'm going to find myself in places of discomfort and chaos and confusion and bewilderment and all kinds of negative things. And it is paradoxical, here's the paradox, is that when I am able to succeed in surrendering my will and submitting myself to the will of God and seeking God's guidance in all that I do and all that I am, it's then that I have some control over something. Because then I'm not trying to control anyone else but me, and I'm allowing God to direct that. It is a very difficult spiritual practice and exercise, and it will take a lifetime to do, and some days I do it much better than others, and some mornings I wake up and I do my meditation and I say my prayers and I ask God for direction for the day, and I walk out the door and 10 minutes later somebody cuts me off on the road, and I forgot that I ever asked God to help and give me any kind of direction, because now I'm back up here and I'm in my ego, and it's just a process. So never give up and keep trying, and it is a very powerful spiritual exercise for us in getting fit and staying fit in the kingdom of God. So have a good week, everybody.